Welcome, Thunderbird Nation. This is John Smith. I'm here with Justin Miller. I'm here with Delane Fitzgerald for Coaches Show, Episode 2, the Thunderbird Coaches Show. So, guys, there is an electricity in the air today. I don't know what's going on. I'm not an employee of the university, but there's electricity in the air. Is it a certain student day? I know school doesn't start till Wednesday. What's going on campus?
It's John Smith's birthday. That's the electricity you're feeling in the air.
That is true.
For everybody out there watching and listening, our host John Smith, he entered the 45 club today.
That's right.
And for those of y'all out there that don't know him, he is now the best golfer in Cedar City, age 45 and up.
No, that is not true. That's not even close to I'm barely the best golfer in this room, Coach.
And unless some people get hot with their chipper and putter, and then he's paying for lunch every once in a while.
No, yeah, you dented my pocket the other day. That was. I will vow that never happens again.
There was no gambling. It was just gentlemanly.
Gentlemanly, obviously, yes, absolutely. I also need to just thank our sponsor. We have coming in here at the last minute, Retro Fitness. Retro Fitness is on 929 South Main Street here in Cedar City, Utah. And you can reach them on the phone, 435-572-4535. Big shout out, big thanks to Retro Fitness for aligning with the Coaches Show. That's huge for us. We're so excited. So if you're trying to, maybe just get your pump on, you need to get swole, Retro Fitness is your place. Or, if you just overall health and strength and conditioning, they're your guys over there and your ladies. And so Retro Fitness, 929 South Main, again, 435-572-4535. All right. I think we got all the pleasantries out of the way. We can just hop right in now.
The electricity. Students are on campus.
Yeah, students are on campus,
students
man.
Are back.
This is awesome.
Love to see the bright, shiny, new faces. You hate that you have to look for a parking spot these days.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Yeah, you get spoiled in the summer. You just get to pull right up to the building and go in. And, well, I think I'm about 5 blocks from here right now.
Yeah, speaking of strength and conditioning, I had at least a mile walk in, so.
I don't think that counts.
For me, it does. I'm 45. Anyway, we've closed down fall camp. It's kind of shut down, and we're now into our regular season schedule. Before we introduce our guest QB1, Justin Miller, give us just a quick recap of how you think fall camp went, and just wondering kind of the state of the team going into camp, and then maybe some improvements or standouts that you saw in those few weeks.
Yeah, I thought fall camp was a success, and we were practicing at 7 a.m. and then a couple of meetings and weightlifting in between, and then doing walkthrough at 7 p.m. So it was long. Division I camp is for one whole month. You either love it or hate it. For me, it's my favorite month of the year because it's just football, just football, and there's no classes. And my wife takes the kids and leaves the state, and I just get to do football.
She's a smart lady.
It is.
Just get on out of the house and let him do his thing.
My version of vacation. Let's just do football and nothing else.
Love it.
So, but I thought it was a success, and I thought we got better, not daily, but we got better each week, offensively, defensively, on special teams. We got better, and guys are learning assignments, and we're learning to play with low pad level and have physicality and learn to play fast. But we did those things. John, are we ready to win a football game right now on Monday? No, we're not ready. We're not capable of winning a college football game right now, but thankfully we still got 3 days before we play. So hopefully
don't kick till Thursday.
Hopefully we can tie up some loose ends in the next 72 hours.
Coach, tell me, or at least maybe put some spotlight on some standout efforts during camp. Who did you think came in with the right attitude and really just grinded it out and, maybe just responded to the call?
Yeah, this guy here approached camp, had a great camp, and we're happy to have him as our quarterback, and he's going to do a nice job for us this year and next. Elijah Burns at the tailback position was a pleasant surprise and did some really, really good things. Francisco Calderon, who transferred in here from Butler Community College, and we like Francisco, and Frankie had a great camp, and we're pleased with him. Ethan Bolingbrook was really good in camp. Tim Patrick did a nice job for us. Ethan and Tim are wide receivers, and they did a nice job at their positions. Isaiah Wooden is going to be a force to be reckoned with at the wide receiver position, and we're happy to have Isaiah with us now. And that would be it. That would be it on offense. I'm disappointed in the physicality and the pad level of our offensive line, and we've got to get that fixed in the next 72 hours. You turn over on the defensive side of the ball, and Zach Strand's a terror over there, and he's a disruptor now. He's going to disrupt people's offenses. Francis is the big name over there, and Francis had a good camp, not great, but he'll have a great senior season for us. Those two freshmen D tackles, Wyatt Daw and Rylan Suafilio, had a great time. Colin Cullimore was probably the big pleasant surprise at the middle linebacker position as a return missionary, married inside linebacker, but he's a freshman on the field, and he's a pleasant surprise. And then Josh Dunn at the Sam backer, and Josh had a great camp. At the DB position, we've got a ways to go at the corner position, and those kids got to grow up and learn to play harder and learn to play more consistently. And then our safety position, we think we're pretty good at safety. Roger Ward's a good player, and Mitchell Price is a good player. And then Trey Kane transferring in here out of UNLV. Trey has brought in maturity and a lot of athleticism to that position. And then we've been up and down at the kicker position, but Jake Garardi and Micah Pettit have shown flashes. Now they have to become more consistent.
Yeah.
And then at long snapper, Drake Fakahua and Gavin Lipkin have done a nice job for us, and we're happy to have them.
Great. Cedar City High alumni, Drake Fakahua. It's cool to see,
There it is.
One of the local kids out there learning a new position, getting after it, and just finding a way to get on the field. That's great. Great effort by Drake.
Good football player, even better person, and he comes from good people now. His father, Oscar Fakahua, is worth his weight in gold now.
One of the best.
Yeah, he is.
That's a lot of gold too.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
I do.
Love you, Oscar. He's the best. Well, hey, Coach, thanks for that. Justin, anything you want to add? Being QB1, kind of leader of the team, what was your rundown of your side of camp and maybe some guys that impressed you?
Yeah, I think Coach mentioned there were a lot of guys that came in, and we had a lot of new chemistry to build, especially at receiver, tight end. We replaced a lot of guys and had to fill some holes and some needs, and I think the biggest part of camp for me was just getting timing down with them. Yeah. And it's going to be a process throughout the year and even into next year too. But just getting that chemistry down, knowing where guys are going to be, I think it's a lot easier with some of the returners like an Ethan Bolingbrook, sure, where I had him all last season.
Yep.
And so that's come a little bit more natural, but there's a lot of guys that we're still working that out. And I think by the end of the season, hopefully we're just getting going and we're figuring stuff out. But obviously we want to hit the ground rolling like we're in midseason form, game one.
Awesome.
But I think Coach mentioned our offensive line as well. They still got a lot of work to do, a lot of young guys up there. A lot of inexperience, I think, would be the best word. Really just one true returning starter in Lyle Santos.
That's right. Yep.
And he's really got to step up and be a leader in that group, be vocal, and show those guys how it's done, and continue to get better himself.
Yeah, 1% every day, right?
That's it.
That's the deal. Well, for those of you that don't know Justin Miller, who is this Justin Miller? I mean, how did you make it to Cedar City? Where are you from? Give us a little bit of background of who you are, what you stand for, and why you're here.
Yeah, I mean, quite the backstory, I think, kind of an interesting road here. Grew up in Irvine, California, went to Irvine High School.
Go Anteaters, let's go.
And grew up there for 15 years or so. And then my family moved up to Highland, Utah, going into my junior year of high school. And so went to Lone Peak for a season and then transferred over to Summit Academy for the rest of my junior year and then all my senior year. So graduated there and then went to Snow College and played my freshman year there. And then went on a mission, so had a little 2-year break.
Got it. Where did you head on your mission?
Romania.
Romania?
Yeah, way out there.
Did you lose weight or gain weight?
Lost weight for a little bit. probably went in around 215, 216, and then got down to about 185 at one point, and then
then you got used to the food.
Got back up for sure. But
okay, cool. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Came back and went back to snow in the spring when I got back, and then was fortunate enough to get a walk-on spot at SUU coming out of spring ball there. So joined the Thunderbirds in 2019 in the summer.
I love a QB1 that is a walk-on. That tells you a little bit about this man's character.
People just made a mistake. He's a good football player. People made a mistake.
Absolutely. So continue. You were able to get to Cedar City through a walk-on situation, and tell us that first year. Lay the land for us. How did you work into becoming the starting quarterback here?
Right. So got here in 2019. Thought I had a good chance to start, could push the starter that was coming back, Chris Helbig. Had a good chance to push him and really develop my own game. And so came into the summer really excited, went through all the summer, fall camp, was named the backup. Me and Tyler Skidmore were kind of split in 2 reps, and so we would go back and forth each day. But I had a great opportunity to work with the scout team, and so got to face our one defense every day, and that's kind of where some of those relationships started forming with guys like Lyle, and even Ethan Bolingbrook was over there a little bit when he wasn't with the first team.
With the ones, yeah.
But some guys like that got real close with them and started to get some chemistry down. And then after that season, Chris decided he was done. He was going to leave and transfer. And so it was really between me and Skid, and just try to step up as much as I could, continue to develop my game, and worked out. After COVID and everything, ended up starting in the spring season and then on to last season as well.
So kind of 1.5 seasons you've been at the helm. Okay, cool. I actually reached out to a few of our previous quarterbacks. I've been around the program for a little while. I still keep touch with some guys, and I said, hey, what's a couple questions you might have for Justin? And so these next questions are coming from previous. I don't know if I'll name them, but they were solid quarterbacks for us in the past, and just overall good guys. And they said, look, you've got a new coordinator, you got a new system and a new playbook. How has that been, A, learning that system, and then B, as a quarterback, you almost become a teacher at that point, right? Like you're trying to get people lined up where they should be. You got to know what you're up to, what you're doing. Give us a rundown just briefly on how the new playbook and the new coordinator play into the success this year.
Yeah, Coach Peterson's been awesome. The system he brings in, I think fits what I do well, and he adjusts what he needs to fit my strengths and work around my weaknesses. But I think one of the things that's really helped me is probably since 7th or 8th grade, I haven't really had the same system for more than a year.
Okay.
And so
not an odd thing for you to go into a new year with a new playbook.
Every year was a new playbook anyway. So that I think that's helped me a lot. Our old offensive coordinator taught me a lot of things, and I think he brought in some new things that I hadn't done before, some new concepts and new ways of seeing defenses. And I think that's helped me as well. He was a great teacher and taught me a lot about defenses, which really elevated my game from that COVID season and then into 2021. And just continuing to build off of that foundation that he helped me build is really beneficial. But, yeah, I think just having really no consistency has almost helped me gain some consistency.
I like it. Yeah, that's a great answer.
Kind of build some resilience and an ability to learn quickly. And so doing that, and I think that helped a lot in the spring. And then throughout the summer, we brought in so many new guys that it was like I was in the coach's office just teaching the same couple installs over and over and over. I think that really cemented my knowledge of the offense and at least the basics of it. But getting more and more reps is always the best way to do it.
So it sounds to me like being comfortable in chaos has helped you then kind of make order out of that chaos.
Right.
That's a great trait going forward. Don't let that go. You had mentioned there's, this offseason, there's so many different pieces, new playbook, new receiving core, tight ends, offensive line. Those are kind of things out of your control, right?
Right.
But in your control, there's another question that we got, which was, what was the main thing you personally focused on your game getting better this offseason?
One thing that we had seen out of spring ball was I needed a lot of work on the run. I think pocket movement and being able to extend plays a little bit longer, make plays when nothing's really there is something that I've worked on a lot. Coach Bates has really strengthened up my lower body. I think just getting a little bit more quick twitch muscles, being able to move in the pocket just a little bit quicker, quick steps, and then being able to get outside. Not that I'm turning into a runner or anything, but
you should see the smile on it. Oh, I guess we got cameras. You can see the smile on his face right now.
Being able to get around the edge and at least extend a play, evade one guy, and make something happen.
Oh, I love it. I love to hear that. So really the strength and conditioning from Coach Bates has been a big positive in your game. Sounds like just being that core and down. So, either first hit or evasion, or maybe even getting out to the corner or the edge has been a thing you've been working on. That's great. I have another question. I'm looking at my questions. I have about 50. And this is the coaches show, not the quarterback show. But for a couple more minutes,
you can stay on Justin.
He's awesome.
He's a little better interview, a little more polished than me.
I don't.
But let me tell you, building lower body strength and getting quicker is a general relative term, relative to the person, to the person that's making the statement.
And the fact that he even made the statement shows his confidence of his ability and the humbleness, knowing that he needed to maybe get a little quicker in that pocket. And
we're still working on it too.
Yeah,
it's
get
a working
stronger
process.
in that pocket. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Well, with Coach's permission, I got a few more for you.
Please.
What is the feeling in the locker room? So you've had summer, a little chaotic. You came into camp, you've got some more reps under your belt for a whole month, and now you've got an opponent. You're going to line up, to someone not in red and black this Thursday. What is the feeling in that locker room now? Is this a moment of, we better have a good 72 hours, or is this more, hey, we figured it out. We're a band of brothers. There's some unity here. We're nervously excited to go, smack somebody in the teeth. What do you feel is the feel in the locker room?
I think there's a little bit of both. I don't think it's ever safe to say we're feeling good or we're feeling comfortable about it, because we know that there's still a lot of work to do, and we hear it every day. That's one of the best things about Coach Fitzgerald is he'll tell you like it is.
Yep.
And
pulls no punches.
Yeah. And that's great, because we have a great idea of where we are, what we're doing right now, and if it's good enough or if it's not good enough.
Yeah.
And so I think there's definitely excitement. It's come quick. I think the last game we played was a long time ago, but doesn't feel that long ago.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been a quick turnaround with so many things that have happened, so many changes. But I think everybody's excited. I think there's definitely a different feeling, kind of more of a buzz around, all right, it's Cedar City Thunderbird football time. Like,
it wasn't just my birthday. There is a football game coming up on Thursday, and everyone can feel it, right? They feel it.
It's John Smith Day in Cedar City, and the students are back.
But there's football on Thursday, and it's exciting. I mean, I keep getting. In fact, we're out at the golf course a while back, and I just kept getting texts about, hey, I'm so excited. What's going on? How's the team? I haven't got that for a few years, to be candid with you, right? Which kind of leads me into my next question. What's, in a politically correct way, what is the biggest difference between the culture now and the culture in the previous staff? Have you, maybe not to we're not here to tattle or to belittle anybody, but what is the difference really in the cultures in this new football program as opposed to what you experienced in the last few years?
I think it really comes back to what Coach Fitz said coming into spring was 1% better every day.
Yeah.
We're focused on what's at hand in the moment, and we're not worried about well, we got a game in 4 days. Let's wish this time away and just be there right now.
Yeah.
Let's focus on what we're doing. Let's get better at what we're doing so that we can be ready when that time actually does come.
Awesome.
And so I think that's been one of the biggest changes I've felt is guys are trying to improve in the moment. And we're not thinking about what's 3 weeks away. When do we play so-and-so? Where are we going next? Like, what's the travel plan? Like, we're focused on, all right, we got practice right now. Like, what's this rep doing right now?
We're accountable today
Exactly.
for what's going on, not so much accountable for what's going to happen in 3 days.
Well, you're talking about Thursday. Everybody in town's talking about Thursday.
You guys are talking about tonight.
We cannot talking about 3:30.
Yeah.
So we're talking about what's next, what we have to get to next, and that's in our next meeting, next film session. Can everybody in that film session get a little bit better than they were before they came in the door? And then when we roll out of film and onto the field, can we get 1% better out there also?
Yeah.
Because if you happen to get 1% better in both, well, you just hit the lottery at the end of the day.
Love to hear it. All right, Justin, rapid fire. Shut your brain off. We want reaction here.
Oh, boy.
Okay, well, before we start this, is there are you a single guy? Are you looking? Give us the the Facebook relationship status.
Coach is laughing.
Hang on. Let's do this. I just told the team. I can't say that over there. What I just told the team. Anyhow, Justin is a 24-year-old return missionary. Now I want you to tell us in this state whether he's married or not. In the state of Utah.
In the state of Utah.
Yeah. He's been off his mission. He's
regularly,
been off his mission for 3 years. Is he married or not?
Regularly, he would be married.
All right, you guarantee it now.
Yeah.
Married guy?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Perfect. So we can shut down any of the phone calls coming in because of Justin's sexy voice or just his
the hotline is off.
Je ne sais quoi. So we're going to do this. I'm going to ask you, let's see, 4 or 5 questions, rapid fire. What's your favorite color?
Red.
Favorite food?
Steak.
Favorite movie?
Miracle.
Miracle. I love that. And your favorite place in Cedar to hang out?
Oh, the football field.
4 for 4, Coach.
We're more alike than I thought.
Solid. Yeah. Awesome. Justin, any parting thoughts or do you want to talk to the students out there in Thunderbird Nation? What before we move on to another subject, to give you the last word?
I just say come support us. We got great things coming. The next few years are going to be really fun. I think there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, of course, but there's going to be some good success that we haven't seen here in years.
Love to hear it. Awesome. Thanks, Justin, for your time
and
for being here. And by the way, feel free to chime in. We're going to talk a little bit about our opponent. I know you don't love to talk about stuff that's going to go on.
You can be rude to me like I am to you. Yeah, you can just butt in.
But we just, this is the Coaches Show, and people are excited about what's coming up Thursday, so we'll talk a little bit about it. Coach, we're running into St. Thomas, the Tommies. That's a kind of a weird mascot. Like, do you have any idea what the Tommy is?
You have to love the mascots in this country that there's only one of.
Yeah.
There's only one Tommy.
One Thunderbird.
There's only one Thunderbird.
Okay.
Yeah. Like everybody, the Falcons and the Eagles the
Bobcats.
The something another cats. I'm never going to talk bad about them.
All the cats.
So yeah,
because you talk trash about everybody in the country.
I not except for the Dukes and the Bobcats.
That's right. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, the rest of them can go fly a kite, but not those two.
So we have the unique mascot bowl coming up on Thursday. Give us a little preview of the St. Thomas Tommies.
Yeah, as well coached as any football team in the country, and Glenn Caruso has won 76% of his games since becoming a head coach, and that does a great job. Anybody's winning 7.5 out of every 10. So, long story short, it's Hall of Fame numbers. But they're coming in here, and again, they are as well coached, top to bottom, as anybody we're going to see this fall. They're coming in here a day early. So most teams would have flown in here on Wednesday and played on Thursday. They're coming in here Tuesday afternoon. He's trying to get the kids acclimated to the elevation, acclimated to the heat here, and they'll be ready to go. But, hey, got a university and an athletic department and a football staff that are doing things the right way. They are big, strong, rough and tumble. But those Midwest Minnesota type kids is what they're coming in here with, and that they're going to execute. And what has to happen is we have to stand up to their strength and stand up to their physicality, and then we have to execute our own offense, defense, special teams, and we have to execute it at a high level to have any chance.
Yeah, I was looking through their roster, and I was going, wait a minute. They've got like 6, 7, 8, 9, 315, 320, 330 pound, 6, 7 dudes. It remind me of going over to where was it? Iowa, the big the dome,
Northern
Iowa.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, they had some big old offensive linemen.
Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin.
Yeah,
they
corn-fed boys up there.
They're bred a little different. They eat a little different. Yeah, Justin can't get a steak because they eat them all up there.
What do you expect? I mean, what style of football do they play? I mean, give us kind of are they a big run team? They throw it around the yard. What's their
They're going to run it more than they throw it, and they're going to be 60-65% run. But then you can't let them be successful in that 35% of the passing game either. They return a quarterback that played there 2 years ago, started there last year. So this is his third year playing. He's going to be better this year than he was last year, just like Justin's going to be better this fall than he was last year. So that's happening. The running back's a player. And if we don't get him down at the line of scrimmage, if we let the running back, and Hope, first name's Hope, Hope, and I can't pronounce his last name, but if we let Hope get loose on Thursday night, it'll be a long night for us. And then if they get to leaning on us as big as they are up front and at tight end, if they lean on us and we let them lean on us, and for a long night there. Defensively, they're an odd front, and they specialize in 5-man pressure. But they're going to line up with 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers, and they're always mixing and matching, but you're always getting 5 coming. So they've got 3 on the line of scrimmage, but there's 5 people.
Pressure.
5 people are coming from somewhere, and whether it's inside backer or outside backer or one of the DBs, 2 of the DBs coming, they're bringing people all the time.
Got it. About the key players to watch, you mentioned the running back. Anybody else we need to keep our eyes peeled for?
They're really good on the offensive and defensive line, and people are going to show up at the game Thursday night and watch it on ESPN Plus. Nobody's going to look at their offensive and defensive line. Nobody will know the jersey numbers of those kids or their names, but that's where their talent is. Now the running back can play, and they got a receiver or 2 that are good players, and their top 15 players on defense run really well. They run really well, and they make tackles, and they're a lot faster on defense than they are on offense. Yeah. But they're capable on both sides of the ball.
So going in, we've got a couple days left to prepare. 1% better every day. What's the next couple of days of practice going to look like? What are you trying to instill in the players as we get ready? For Thursday. What's the message?
Today's message will be the same as it's always been, and we've got to get 1% better, just like you said, and we've got to fine-tune some things. We've got to be able to execute our offense, defense, special teams at a, how do you say this? We got to be able to play fast. We have to be able to play fast and play physical and be able to dial it in mentally. But then after today, it becomes a lot more mental. On Tuesday and on Wednesday. Wednesday is 100% mental day, and we've got to get that taken care of to get to Thursday.
So as far as execution goes, or not even execution, our advantage possibly might be speed. Is that? I mean, I heard we need to play fast. Does that mean we need to get him in fast? We need to move fast, or are we talking about getting the ball in space and being able to outquick somebody?
When I watch film on them, I don't see where we have an advantage. We're not faster than they are. So we're not, because they know you got a head coach there and defensive coordinator been there for getting ready to be 2 decades together.
Yeah, 18 or 19 seasons.
Yeah, they've been there a long time together, and their kids understand what's being called, and they execute it fast. So we're not faster than them. So we've got to execute our own stuff.
Do you feel like we have an edge somewhere, or is that not to be discussed until Thursday evening after the game?
The host of our radio show is a lot better than the host of their radio show.
Oh dear. Okay, all right. I think we can keep the playbook to the chest and just make sure that we.
You didn't think I was going to say anything, did you?
No, I mean, there's certain very generic and easy ways to say, that we could be where our fans can watch.
They win 76% of their games.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, that means they lose 24%.
Yeah.
So,
I'll take it.
3 quarters full, quarter empty. All right. So it sounds like, honestly, this is going to be quite a test, right? We're obviously not looking past this team. They're a pretty extraordinarily coached, well-disciplined. It sounds like they execute. They know the drill. A lot of players. They got a lot of returning seniors, so they have a lot of experience on their team. We're just going to have to go out there and see how it all shakes out. We got a little sparkle in QB1 over here, so I'm really excited to see Thursday night how this pans out, because I as I've been doing my research, I go to practice, I go take a look at our guys. I can definitely see a huge transition from spring ball to fall to where we're at right now. You're a humble guy, but you've been able to move at least the needle on that desire, that effort, the understanding of what's expected of them. I can see that just even in the players and in the position groups. I can see that there's maybe a bigger accountability of coaches and players, and they know what it is that they need to be doing, and they know that if they don't do it, they're going to hear about it, and they're going to be taught and coached the right way. So any other things, Coach, that you want to mention or wrap up? We don't have to talk about the game plan, but anything else that you want to mention here on the air?
Yeah, it's Cedar City. Come out Thursday night. Thursday night at 6 p.m. Let's pack the stadium. Pack the stadium and be loud. These young men have worked hard the last, 28, 29 days. But they've worked hard the last 28, 29 days of camp to put a product on the field that this town can be proud of. Let's pack the stadium. And for everybody out there, thank y'all for listening to the birthday edition. Hey, happy birthday, brother.
I appreciate that, man.
We're glad you're on our side.
Hey, I appreciate that. You just made my day. I'm happy. I'm smiling. Life's good. So appreciate QB1, Justin Miller coming by, and always happy that Coach is here. He's just fun to be around, fun guy to be in the presence of. Makes you want to stand a little taller. Makes you want to do a little better, doesn't he, Justin, when you're around him?
Oh, absolutely.
And that's just
we'd be better off if we get some of our players to stand taller.
I mean, we want to play a little lower, I think, but
yeah, play lower.
I was thinking all those tall receivers and DBs we've got.
Yeah. So, Coach, that sounds like a great place to wrap it up. Just also want to mention the Touchdown Club. Touchdown Club, if you want to support SUU athletics, if you want to be a part of the solution, a part of funding going forward, we'd love the opportunity to talk to you about what you can do to help us out. If you look it up on the web, it's www.tbirdfoundation.com. Again, that's www.tbirdfoundation.com to get some more information on how to financially come and help support the Thunderbird program. We'd love to have any little bit that helps be part of the team going forward in that way. So for Justin Miller, Coach Delane Fitzgerald, I'm John Smith signing off.
Thanks for having us.
You betcha.